Howdy YouTube, got another product review coming for you here today. It is of a Dewalt 12-inch sliding miter saw. I have a bunch of framing to do here, and I got tired of doing everything with a handheld circular saw, and I figured this would speed things up. I've got a bunch of stuff to fix from the previous people here. If you have seen my prior videos, you'll know just the horror that is this house, and if not, I'll give you a little hint. I'm standing in the first floor, and there's the basement, and yeah, the previous contractor pulled out all the floor joists, all the flooring, and it was this old native timber that was nice and solid, and got a wall that's hanging here, and yeah, it's just a general mess. So I'm trying to speed things up and trying to do this as quickly as possible. I've got the concrete guys starting tomorrow morning, and I need to get the stuff done for the HVAC, and so this should speed things up. So here we go. I'm going to give it a try here and see how it does. It's a pretty impressive looking tool. I had another one like this, except I think it was a 10-inch that I sold 3 or 4 years ago when I thought I was going to move into San Francisco. So I decided I got enough stuff here to really justify using another one. So here we go. Let me put the camera down here and give it a try. This is actually the first time that it will have been turned on. I have not even hooked it up, or I hooked it up to power yet, but I have not yet actually had a chance to turn it on. So I am curious to see how it does and try out the sliding action in person. Say the previous one I had was a 12-inch, but it was not a slider. Here's this piece of scrap wood I need for a shim in the basement. So we'll give this a go here and see how it does. This is again the first time this has been switched on. I hope I have enough power in the house here to run it. So we'll see. Got my fingers clear. Well, alrighty. It's got a fine-tooth blade in it. I'm going to switch that out to more of a rough cut just for some of the stuff I've got to do. Does a nice job. I don't know if you can see that or not. Not surprising. It's DeWalt, and it's kind of a pricey tool, so it doesn't really surprise me, all things considered. But it's got a nice sliding action here. It's pretty smooth and pretty sturdy. I played with it for a while while I was in the store. Decided if it was worth getting that or not, but I've got a bunch of crown molding and stuff like that in this old house that needs to be put up, so I figured it'll serve its purpose well for this house. So I guess that is the part 1 of my review of the DW715 sliding miter saw. As the more I use it, I'll probably put up some more videos here, as I've done with a lot of the tools I bought for this project. So check back and you can see some updates, and I'll give you some more opinions on what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and if I think it's junk. So stay tuned. Hey YouTube, got another product review for you here. I guess it's a two-part product review. It's follow-up to the Dewalt 12-inch sliding miter saw, which is this bad boy here. I've had it for about a week now. I guess I'll list my thoughts and likes and dislikes about it. My likes about it are it's pretty solid. I've not really used it for a whole lot of trim stuff yet. But it definitely has plenty of power to hog through, pretty much about anything. I've been cutting some 2x6s with it here. Really haven't used it for trim. It's mostly just been a chop saw at this point, but it does a good job of that. We'll say one thing. It comes with a 12-inch 60-tooth blade, which is mediocre at best for as expensive as the damn saw is, you'd think they'd give you at least a good blade. I'm not impressed. It cuts okay. It doesn't do super great job, but you think for as much as the damn saw costs, it'd give you at least a good blade with it. Another thing, a gripe about it, it doesn't come with any sort of guide. Yeah, I did, however, put on an aftermarket, or not an aftermarket, but the Dewalt LED light. You can see it on there. It gives you a shadow from the blade, which I have to say, like, I was kind of irritated that it didn't come with a level, or not a level, but a laser like the Milwaukee does. I do, however, absolutely love this thing. It's a little kit that just screws on up here and then right in there. I absolutely love it. I really like it better than any of the laser ones I've used. There's no adjustment to it. It is just an LED up in there that shines on the blade, and you get a shadow where the blade is, and it does an absolutely wonderful job. I just love it. It's kind of a simple solution that I'm guessing was kind of an afterthought on DeWalt's part, but it's nice. There's no adjustment to it. You don't have to mess with it. Now, I haven't used it outside. I've been using it just, you know, in the kitchen here. But for that, I really, really like it. My sort of thoughts, if I had it to do over again, instead of just picking it up at Lowe's when I was in Lafayette, I probably would have ordered a Milwaukee off Amazon. Oh, another thing here, it does not have the soft start like the Milwaukee does. It just, you know, chunks on all at once, and it takes a lot of juice. Right now I've got it set up on its own power here. I don't know if you can see that over there. It's this cord is running straight to that, which is running to a 30 amp breaker downstairs. It takes a lot of power. Like it will pop a breaker or a 15 amp breaker if there's anything else, like any lights or anything else plugged into it without any trouble. Like it takes a lot of juice, and even if it's on a, you know, if there's anything else on the circuit and it doesn't pop the breaker, like it won't run. It doesn't sound like it runs at full speed. So bear that in mind. You'll need. Oh, and also if you try and run it off of like a 14 gauge cord, forget about it. It doesn't even spool all the way up. So it's if you're running it off an extension cord, you'll need like a 10 gauge cord and you know, pretty good breaker. Otherwise, it will trip it. So I kind of wished I would have gotten the Milwaukee for the soft start, where it kind of gradually spools the motor up. I like it though. It does a good job. It does what I need. I can't really complain. The angle adjustment down here, I guess move my crap off the saw here, is only, I think, only okay. Turn the light off here so you can see it a little better. Pull up on the handle here, push in on that, and you can rotate it. And I mean, it's graduated just like any other miter saw. The Milwaukee, however, has a little deal you crank, and then an LCD readout that tells you exactly what you're at. I guess that's kind of one more thing to break. Whether, you know, there's not really a whole lot there to break. But crap, as much money as you're chunking down on one of these saws, I'd like to have some extra features. The dust collector here is kind of a joke. I've not been running it. It doesn't really do much, so that's another thing here. If you're into having a dust collector on, I'll tell you now, the dust collector, even when you have a blower or a shop vac hooked up to it, doesn't really do much of anything. But you know, I guess I shouldn't say I've played with the Milwaukee one, and then I've played with the Bosch one, and of the three, I think the Milwaukee is the number one, and then this is number two, and I definitely like this a lot better than the Bosch or Hitachi or any of those. It seems like it's the best build. But it's pretty decent. My biggest gripe is for the money, it doesn't come with some kind of light or laser. I really do like the LED. That makes it a lot more usable. The blade sucks that it comes with. I picked up Man, Home Depot has these cheaper than they are on Amazon or even eBay. I picked up a just a 44 tooth here. I'm not really doing any fine finish work as of yet with this one, but I will be shortly, so I figure I'll pick up a 96 tooth. But for the kind of framing and just kind of using it more as a chop saw and for cutting angles and things like that on non sort of trim stuff, I figure I'll go with this for now and get a better one later. But it's worked out pretty well. I don't really have any big gripes about it, other than the two things there, and it just seems like for the price, those ought to include that. But so I guess that kind of is my little product review of that one. I'm happy with it. But they're Dewalt. If anybody at Dewalt is watching this, throw in a good blade and some kind of guide. I mean, I really like the LED. That's a great add-on, but how about including it in the price? Howdy YouTube. Got another product review coming for you here today. It is of a Dewalt 12-inch sliding miter saw. I have a bunch of framing to do here, and I got tired of doing everything with a handheld circular saw, and I figured this would speed things up. I've got a bunch of stuff to fix from the previous people here. If you have seen my prior videos, you'll know just the horror that is this house, and if not, I'll give you a little hint. I'm standing in the first floor, and there's the basement, and yeah, the previous contractor pulled out all the floor joists, all the flooring, and it was this old native timber that was nice and solid, and got a wall that's hanging here, and yeah, it's just a general mess. So I'm trying to speed things up and trying to do this as quickly as possible. I've got the concrete guys starting tomorrow morning, and I need to get the stuff